guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mireya if this is your first time here, and if it's not, thank you so much for coming back. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on this super fresh minty look. I did this look and posted it on Instagram last week and you guys seemed to really like it. So I thought maybe in these times when we're all cooped up inside and trying to find a little bit of a distraction, we can all use some fun and we can just play with some makeup. So if you guys want to find out what I did to achieve this look, please keep on watching. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Usually at the start of every day, no matter what, I go in with tea tree oil. I know, well, if you guys know me, you've heard me talk about this so many times. So I always start with a little bit of tea tree oil before going in with my moisturizer. I have been using and really enjoying this Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. It just feels very refreshing without making my pores feel like they're clogged up, and it doesn't make me break out. Okay, next I always go in with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Lotion, and just go ahead and work it into my skin. See how it just leaves you like a nice little luminous veil? This is gonna work really nicely under our Tinted Moisturizer today. Okay, so for the Tinted Moisturizer, we are using NYX Bear With Me, and this one is in the shade Beige Camel. Honestly, I could have gone for the shade lighter, but it's kind of hard to swatch. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of that on the back of my hand. And using my Real Techniques beauty sponge, I'm gonna work it into my No! That terrible moment when you realize you forgot primer. Okay, we got this. We can still do this. So, using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, I'm gonna go ahead and just scrape a little bit of that off. And I'm gonna work this into the areas of my skin that are a little bit more, well, basically to my pores that I would like to even out and cover up essentially. Now we can move on. So you will notice that this foundation is, this Tinted Moisturizer is just a little bit darker than my skin tone. But that's fine because first of all, it doesn't have that much coverage. So it'll actually kind of blend into my skin, as you can see. Actually, that looks pretty spot on camera, but it is just a little bit darker in person. But once I go in with my concealer, it's gonna look a whole lot better. Okay, onto concealer, which honestly is what really transforms my face personally because my biggest issue is just these guys. So I am using the Kylie Skin Concealer in the shade Gypsum. And then we're just gonna go ahead and blend it right out. I hope you guys are all doing okay right now, staying at home. Honestly, I know we joke around about it, but it is a little scary. I am a homebody though, so this kind of just feels like regular staying in, except for the fact they closed the in-store Starbucks at my Target, and I was slightly offended, but I understood, you know? Like, I'll allow it. Not like that stopped me. Okay, so moving on now, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Kylie Cosmetics setting powder, and this one is in the color yellow. I like to give my under eyes one final little blend to avoid the creasing. And then with my powder puff ready, I'm gonna go ahead and press it into the powder and onto my under eyes. And then with whatever's left over on my powder puff, I'm just gonna go ahead and press it on the smile lines to help avoid creasing there too. And then on my forehead to get rid of shine. Okay, so moving on to contouring. I don't think I'm gonna bronze my face today, but I am gonna contour because, let's face it, I look like an egg. But I am gonna go ahead and grab the KVD Vegan Beauty Shade and Light Contour Palette and use our two usual, this one and this one. And I'm gonna grab that using a Morphe M405 brush. It's a nice angled fluffy brush. It does the job because it gets right under your cheekbones. Ooh, we're looking good already. All right, moving on to blush. I'm gonna be using the Milani Baked Blush. I believe that's just what it's called, Milani Baked Blush. And this one is in the shade Rose d'Oro. It's this really pretty rosy with a gold swirl blush. Okay, so I'm going to grab the Morphe JH06 brush. Okay, moving on to brows. So we're gonna be using, surprise, surprise, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. And this one is in the shade Ash Brown. I'm gonna use this with a Morphe M518 brush. I usually just start from the bottom. And then finally, just go ahead and fill in the gaps that we've got here. And ta-da, we have an eyebrow. Now that we're done baking, I'm gonna grab the JH07 brush. And we're just gonna go ahead and dust off the powder. Okay guys, so rude. Moving on to eyes. So I did this look last week on a minty eyeshadow look, and it was actually super simple, literally only 2 eyeshadows, well with the exception of like the highlight, so I guess 3 eyeshadows and liner. The fun thing about this eyeshadow look is it's so simple and so versatile. If you don't have green, you can do purple. If you don't have purple, you can do a soft shimmery champagne color. If you don't have that, you can do burgundy. That minty green is so interchangeable. You can do any color that you want and it'll work for you. So yeah, so as always, we have to prime our eyelids because otherwise all of these little veins, you know what's so funny is like, I never noticed how veiny my eyelids are, but they're like really veiny. Anyways, so going in with the P. Louise base in the shade 02, as always, I'm just gonna go ahead and put some on the back of my hand. And I'm gonna grab the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge, and I'm just gonna go ahead and press it onto the eyelids. So I used to try to apply this with a brush, and it was so time consuming. I mean, not that it's a bad thing, I probably still would, but one day I noticed, I mean, I guess I always saw it, but one day I finally noticed that Nikki Tutorials applies it with a beauty sponge, and I was like, why have I not been doing it like that my whole life? So here I am. Thanks, Nikki. Oh my god, speaking of YouTubers, I could have died last week because, oh my god, the most amazing things happened to me on social media. So I was watching, you guys know Crispy, right? If you don't, you should. She is, honestly, she's my favorite YouTuber. She is such a sweet soul and she is Latina, and she recently posted her first Spanish speaking makeup tutorial. I'm gonna go ahead and link that below because you definitely have to watch it. It's so good. I was watching it like at 1 o'clock in the morning, dying. Like I was cracking up. It was so funny and so good. So I posted about it on my Instagram and she saw it. Not only did she see it, but she replied to me. She said, "Thank you, baby." And so basically like we're best friends now, you know? But I was really happy. So that happened. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this primer before moving forward. And I'm gonna do that by just grabbing the same brush that we used to wipe off our under eye, which was the JH07 brush. And I'm gonna dip into the lightest shade of the KVD Vegan Beauty contour palette. Time for the fun stuff. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the transition shade. Now for my transition shade, the one that I used last time, I really liked it, and it's from this palette that I just got. It's the ColourPop Truly Madly Deeply palette. I had filmed a whole tutorial with this palette. It was so beautiful. Oh my god, look at it. It's so pretty. And these guys are pressed glitters, these three right here. So they are absolutely stunning, but this video is not about this palette. Just wanted to let you know I filmed a video with it and the lighting was all off, so it's not gonna happen, but I'm gonna do another one with it. But for this video, I am going to grab this shade here called the Golden Gate Bridge because it's such a perfect transition shade. So you can use any neutral transition shade that you want. Like I said, this eyeshadow look consists of 2 eyeshadows essentially and a highlight. And these 2 eyeshadows are totally interchangeable. This is the one I'm going to use today, and I'm picking it up on a JH30 brush. It's a nice fluffy transition brush. I love how big it is.
That's what she said.
Because it allows you to cover more surface area a lot faster. So you're just going to grab the shade from outer corner to inner corner and just buff it out. And then, oh my god you guys, and then to top off last week, I had posted this other picture, and usually obviously I'll tag like the makeup company so that you can see like where I got it from, and then hopefully like they can see me too. And NYX Cosmetics, the makeup company, not only liked my picture, but they commented on my picture and they asked for my permission to use that picture on their website or on their Instagram page. I said hell yes, obviously. And I know that that's probably like not as big a deal as it is in my head, but I'm just so happy. Like it feels like such a big deal to me that they saw it and that they liked it enough to say, hey, can we use this? Okay, moving on. So for the Minty Green eyeshadow, I was using my Mercury Retrograde palette. This is such a beautiful palette. It's so like pastel-y and like shimmery. It's just absolutely beautiful. Actually, any of these eyeshadows would have worked instead of the green. These purples, these pinks, these shimmery ones, like if you want to go for something softer, you can totally interchange it if you don't want to have the green. But I want to have the green. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this Morphe M166 brush. Okay, we're going to pick up this shade right here called Haze. We're just going to go ahead and press it right onto the lid. What I want to focus mainly on is color payoff first. I want to get it as pigmented as I can. And then I'll show you guys how we buff out the edges so it doesn't seem so harsh. Okay, so once we've got about 2/3 of the eyelid covered in our Minty Green, I'm going to switch over to the the M456 brush. So I'm going to pick up that shade Haze again, and this time we're going to focus right up here towards the edge, and we're going to blend it up into the transition shade that we put on. Like so. See? Going back in with our big fluffy brush, I'm going to grab a little bit more of that Golden Gate Bridge and then just kind of gonna blend it into the outer corner a little bit and work it into the green. All right guys, now for eyeliners. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my NYX Matte Liquid Liner. I actually just got this. So I'm gonna start by creating my little flick. So now that I've created the shape of the wing, I'm gonna go ahead and fill it in. Hey guys, not gonna lie, I was a little stressed out. I was like, these are never gonna come out even. But I think I did pretty good, so. Moving on, we're gonna go ahead and curl our eyelashes. As usual, I just want to have something dark enough so that my lashes blend in with my falsies. Okay, so for falsies today, we're gonna be using the House of Lashes Iconic Lashes. Ta-da! That went on really good. Okay, cool. Okay, how cute are those? Ah, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it a lot. Okay, we're so close, you guys. This is looking super minty fresh. Now we're gonna grab the LA Girl, what is this? Hold on one second. It's the Shockwave Neon Eyeliner, and this one is in the shade Fresh. So we're just gonna go ahead and line the waterline with this. And you wanna make sure to run it through really well to get as much pigment of it as you can. Oh my God. Isn't that so good? Okay. Oh my God, you guys, this is so good. It's so good. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab the mascara one more time, and this time we're gonna coat the lower lashes, being very careful not to get it on our minty green. I can't tell you guys how much I love this. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so fluffy, I'm gonna die. Moving on. We need a little bit of shimmer here, here, and here. We're gonna use the Kylie Cosmetics Cheers Darling highlighter. And this one is this really pretty pink champagne one. Okay, so I'm actually going to grab the JH42 tiny little detailing brush. Okay, and then I'm also going to pop that up on the brow bone. Oh yeah. And then while we're at it, let's go ahead and pop some on the tip of our nose and the bridge. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and grab the M501 brush. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and apply that to the highest points of our cheekbones. Oh yeah. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. And then we'll do the Cupid's bow and the chin as well. For final touch, I'm just going to grab the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Tiramisu. Okay, so like, how beautiful is this look? Okay guys, so here we go. This is it. I cannot explain how much I love this eyeshadow look. Like, this look is so pretty, and like I said before, it's something that you can literally interchange so easily. This minty green could have easily been like a pretty purple or a pink, orange. It could have been any color, and it would have worked just perfectly. Even just like a nice little champagne color. It's so simple. Just have fun with it, play around with different types and see what you get. So anyways, I hope you guys had fun with me. I know we're all kind of like stuck inside, but if we try to look on the bright side and realize that we're actually get time to spend with our families and do things that make us happy, like play with makeup, then, you know, maybe it'll make it a little bit easier to get through this tough time. And just remember to be really supportive of each other and wash your hands and stay clean. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Until next time, I love you guys.
We